Google, stop. Oh well, time to cap, I guess. Coffee time. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today was self-image. As the title suggests, it's something that everyone suffers from a certain amount. I've suffered from in various degrees, and yeah, it's how to actually deal with that. See, I've not done my hair properly. I'm not exactly dressed to my best, should I say. I like kind of dressing, certain ways. I like color coordinating. At the moment, I've just thrown on some tracksuit trousers and a top, and that's it. I've not really kind of gone out my way to wear something that I like more than that, if you see what I mean. I tend to like wear color coordinated stuff, and that's kind of one of the ways I deal with things. So yeah, as I was saying in the previous video about why I started it, that's one of the other reasons as well. I've always been self-conscious how I look. I think most people are. Is my hair thinning, my teeth too yellow from all the coffee, all that kind of stuff, and voice and everything else. Do I sound too Welsh? Do I sound like this? Do I sound like that? Do I stutter? It's all of these things that I think most people deal with to certain degrees. One of the reasons why I wanted to do YouTube was to actually get myself out there a little bit more, not worry so much about how I look, because I have. There's loads of videos that I should have been doing, I've wanted to do, I've not done. I've got probably about 20 whiskies to review, but because, as you can see, I've got like awful acne at the moment, and that makes me self-conscious. It's like, I don't want to do something because I've got spots over my face, I'm not feeling my best, I'm not looking my best, and I don't want to do it, and I've got to get away from that mentality. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, why I'm doing this today. I've not brushed my hair, I've not had a shower yet, I've not, thought too much about what I'm wearing. I've just thrown something on because I need to get into the habit of just being a normal person. I don't have to be perfect for the camera, I just have to be me. And that's what I kind of need to get past, because I want to do more videos, I want to do more vlogs, I want to do more reviews. Gaming ones are easy because, I'm a tiny little picture up in the corner, although obviously on a big screen bigger, but I won't see it that way. I'll see, there's a little thing like that when I'm editing. So it's a lot easier to kind of not worry too much about how I'm looking. Sometimes with the headphones, my hair goes off funny, it makes me look like I'm balding. Maybe I am, I'm not sure, but my hair's looked like this for a while. I've got quite fairly thin hair. So, it's those sort of things you worry about, especially when you're making videos and you're editing it. You will kind of see those things about yourself a lot more than other people might, for instance. Not everybody's going to look at you and go, oh my God, look at you, not perfect today. It's not about that, is it? Vlogs and YouTube isn't about being perfect. It's about being relatable, about being a normal person. And I need to try and get back into that mentality. When I started, I did a few vlogs walking around and things like that, and I want to get back into that. I enjoy doing that. I've got used to talking to a camera and that sort of thing, so it's something that I do really want to do a lot more of. But it's getting past that whole, oh, do I look okay today? Oh, I don't like the way my skin's looking, my hair's not looking right today, I need to trim my beard, or whatever else it is. It's excuses. And I need to really get past that, and it's something that I think, I said, a lot of people do have that problem with self-image. How it's not only how you see yourself, but how you think other people see you. And I think you're more critical about yourself than other people necessarily are. Everyone's worried about how they look. Yeah, you may get people that make fun of different people's appearances and all that kind of thing. But is that because of their own insecurities? It doesn't necessarily reflect how you are, it's how they see you. And I think that's, for me, that's the big thing. It's not worrying so much about what people think of me, how people perceive me. I just need to be me and just become just like, this is me. If you don't like it, don't watch. Yeah, and I need to do a lot more of that. Not worry so much. I need to do a lot more of that and not worry so much. That's the main thing, is not stressing about, do I look right? Do I look perfect? Do I look good for the camera? It doesn't matter. For me, overcoming how I think I look and how I'm feeling about how I'm looking, I've tried to overcome that with clothing. It sounds ridiculous to some people maybe, but it's one of those things I control. I can't control how my acne is, because I've always had it. As a kid I had it. I had some like really strong tablets that did resolve that. I need to go to the doctors and get some more, but it's finding time, it's like putting it off, and yeah, it's one of those things. So I've always tried to dress in clothing that makes me feel like I've kind of made an effort. Not necessarily expensive. Well, at the moment I've kind of become obsessed with Michael Kors gilets. I'll do something about that later because I've got loads of those. But for me, I've always tried to coordinate what I'm wearing, so not necessarily all the same colour, but matching colours. So my shoes will match my top, my trousers will match my jacket, all that kind of thing. So I feel like I've made some kind of effort with my appearance, so I can kind of forget about what this is, because that's not focused. Because I'm looking okay, the clothes are nice, the colours all match, it's all all tying in nicely together. I carry a lot of like laptop bags and messenger bags, all that sort of thing, because I like bags. Weird thing, and it's one of the things. I've got Michael Kors ones, I've got Diesel, I've got Calvin Klein, all second hand. It's not like I've got a lot of money, but I like carrying that because I don't like having lots of things in my pockets. I hate the summer, I'll say that. I'm not a big fan of hot weather. I don't like it. You get sticky, uncomfortable, you can't do a lot about it. I like the winter because you can wear layers, sit in front of a fire, move around, get warm. When it's hot, what can you do? You can't do anything, it's dreadful. And you can't wear jackets. So it means all my trouser pockets are filled with keys, wallet, phone, whatever else. If I want to take a camera, I've got to worry about where I'm going to put that. So I have messenger bags and so on, because in the winter I can wear big coats. And I've got all these different pockets. I love it because I can put something everywhere and I've not got bulges in my pocket. Yeah, you know what I mean? No funny business. But I like that. So I've got different jackets to match shoes and all that. I love like wearing suits and things like that. Mainly because I think the layers, and once again, if I'm looking smart, I can not worry about what this is doing and how spotty I am and all of those kind of things. It is a way to overcome that because it's something I can easily control. You can control your clothing, it doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to kind of all match, and I've done that most of my life. There's times when I've not been able to, and I don't feel quite as kind of confident. I don't know if confident word, because I'm not often confident. I may seem it occasionally on camera, but I'm actually not. And it's all fake because it's the internet. You can kind of be who you want to be. And I think that's one of the best things for me about being on the internet, playing games online, and back in the day, like chat rooms and that sort of thing. You just got like the text rooms, and I used to run a lot of those kind of things back in the 90s and that sort of thing, because you can kind of project a persona of the person you want to be, not necessarily the person you are. You can't, obviously, not catfishing people, but being the person that you kind of want to be and strive to be, and a good person, and treating people in the way you want to. and kind of show that aspect of yourself and focus on that more rather than worry about how you look. Because I think in person you can end up being a lot more shy, not as outgoing enough, you won't interact with people in the same way. Online, especially if it's faceless, gives you that opportunity to kind of be more of yourself that you want to be in public, but you can't because you're so worried about other people's perceptions of you. Again, this is why I'm doing these kind of things, because this is me. I try not to pretend to be somebody else. If I'm doing a gaming video, I'm not going to fake my reactions. I can't stand that. I'm playing things like Alien Isolation, Resident Evil. You see some YouTubers that, oh my god, jump off their chair and like scream and shout. No, I don't get that reaction from games. I've had the odd jump scare that got me, not very often. But you see on the occasional video, that does happen if something surprises me. I don't jump out my seat. It's like, oh, that's kind of like the limit of my reactions to that sort of thing. Because I don't like fake. Yeah, it's entertaining if that's what you're looking for, but I like to be more real and try to just be me. Yeah, it's controlling what I can about my appearance and how I react so that I don't have to pretend. It's like if I was somebody that was too over the top and everything else, if I meet somebody, not that anybody wants to meet me, because I got a YouTube channel and all that, but you know what I mean? If I meet somebody then that I've been speaking to online or interacting with, I can just be myself. I don't have to be the character that I portray in front of a camera. I'm just me. I think that, for me, is quite important. Look at things like Top Gear. Loved the old Top Gear, not the new one. The old one, Jeremy Clarkson and all that. That's not them. They're all playing particular characters on a TV show. Jeremy Clarkson kind of plays Jeremy Clarkson quite well. He does that persona all the time. If he's going to do something, it's going to be bigger and faster, more powerful. That's what you expect. James May is going to go for the older, kind of classic things. And Hamster will always go for like the American and the flashy and the sport. And you know exactly what to expect when they amend their cars. You know exactly what each one of them is going to do. That's why you watch it. But they're being those personas. They're not being real people. And I think with things like vlogs, there is a lot of people who do play a part. They decide what kind of character they're going to be, and they do that all the time. That's a lot of work. I'm just going to be me. That's how I'm dealing with my self-image and so on, is just kind of going, this is me, these are my flaws, like it, don't like it. It's not really my problem if I get comments where people hate me. Oh well, I just won't interact with them. That's what I need to kind of focus on more. Okay, so what I'm kind of trying to say with this meandering vlog is to not kind of worry about the small little things. You can't always control how your hair is that day, how your skin is. Obviously, if you wear makeup and stuff, it's slightly different because you do have more control. But for most blokes, unless you're using like, what's it called? I can't even think. Wall paint, which is a male kind of style of makeup that is available, which maybe I'll try at some point. I may have a sample pack that I may have a go of. Worth trying, I guess. Maybe it'll clear up some of the spots and hide them at least. Maybe that will make me feel more confident about my appearance. That's the whole point of it. So maybe I'll try that and on camera, obviously in a vlog or on review, maybe a bit of both, and see if that kind of helps with that sort of thing as well. So that's something worth trying. It's more not being happy as such with the way I look, but being more of a, oh, well, it'll do, it is what it is, and kind of not worry about it so much. Which is quite difficult to say because I've done it myself and I've not done things that I could have done because I was worried about my appearance that day, because I had a big breakout of acne or something else has happened and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like it today, and I don't feel up to it, I don't look the way I want to look, I'm not comfortable, so I don't do it, and got to get away from that. Yeah, just get out of your comfort zone. Just kind of do it and go, yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought. That's what I think it comes down to, is not worrying about being perfect and being exactly the way you want to be and that perfect mental image you have. It's just being you and just accepting that. That's what I try and do as often as I can. I do post videos fairly regularly, not as regularly as I'd like sometimes because other things get in the way, but that's another video for another day, the whole obstacles and excuses to stop you from doing things that you want to do. I'll have to do a video on that as well because I have some thoughts on that. I was watching Casey Neistat recently. One of the reasons why I started to do this again because I found that quite interesting and quite helpful. So maybe if you make sense of the stuff I'm saying, you might find it useful as well. But I think the main aim for me is to not stress. Don't worry about things being perfect because everyone wants everything you do to be perfect. You want it to be absolutely right. You want it to be great. You want it to be exactly what you want to see, and you can't do perfect. People can't do perfect. I know there's flaws in everybody. Your appearance won't be the same day by day. That's kind of what happens. Yeah, once again, makeup and things like that, you can get away with a little bit more than without it because you can kind of have that facade that you can make every day look the same. But for the rest of us, we just have to make do with what we got. So do it. Don't worry about it. If somebody doesn't like your appearance, other people will be more accepting. I know I've had, like I said before, I've had some awful comments from people telling me how useless and ugly and my voice is dreadful and meander along too much. People can't understand what I'm saying because I'm not speaking clearly, or the audio is crap, or my review is wrong, and whatever else. People are awful. Let's be honest. Majority of people you encounter on the internet will be negative towards you. It is. You can read that and you can listen to that and you can take it on board and worry more, or you can just go, screw them. I'm me, they're them, they're not going to be perfect as well, so who are they to judge me? Don't let people judge you. The only person to judge you is yourself. And unfortunately, judging yourself is kind of the worst thing to do because you're going to be far more critical of yourself than anybody else on the internet. Anything that somebody else says about the way your hair looks or your skin or your clothing, you've probably said the exact same things to yourself. So don't let them do it to you. Accept who you are. Accept what you have. Accept the things you can do and try and improve on that. That's what it is. No, that's life in general. Do the things you know you can do and push yourself to do the things you want to do. You won't be able to do everything, but there's stuff you can do, so just go do it. Okay, so I've got stuff to do. Let's see, I've got Premiere Pro and stuff ready to go. I need to do some editing because it's been a couple of days since I've actually done some of my videos, so I need to edit and I need to upload and do some thumbnails and stuff. It's mainly Starfield, and obviously this I'll be editing later as well. It's actually Sunday today and I'm back in work tomorrow, so I've got to get it sorted out ready for the week because last week I didn't post many videos. Some of it's because of work and other things to do as well, and Starfield has taken longer than I expect. Yeah, but you don't need to know about that because you may not be interested in games, just interested in vlogs. But that's what I'm going to do now. This is my setup. My desk is incredibly messy, which, that's, it is what it is. I've got, 3-4 monitors because I'm ridiculous like that. So, hey, what can I say? And I'm a little bit purple because purple is over there, so on the last shot possibly. I got purple there. I always have in the background when I'm recording videos because I did another Starfield one just now as well. Trying to get ahead because, if you don't get ahead, then there's just more reasons to not do it, and then you never get anywhere. So, anyway, I'm gonna say that's it for now. Yeah, I got to work on it. Got to work on it and accept myself for who I am and what I look like, and not stress so much and just do it and just record and just talk and hopefully make some sense. That's the main thing. We shall see anyway. Until then, bye for now.